Hello, everybody. So we only have 2 people in the queue today. We only have 2 people in the queue. Let me refresh my queue here. So we have 7. We also need another 7. We also need a 4, and we need a 9. So 7479 is the first reading that we have in our queue. 7479. All right, let me get a little wait going on here. So we only have this reading and one more reading. So we might end up having an early day here as well. If nobody is interested in having a personal reading done here today, we might end up having an early day. All right, so let us see. You would like to know current thoughts and feelings. Let us see. So we have the 2 of Cups, we have the 3 of Pentacles, we also have the King of Pentacles, with the bottom of the deck being the 2 of Wands. So this is a really, really beautiful energy here when it comes to moving things forward. The 2 of Cups is an opportunity of finding more unity, a lot of love, a lot of emotions, and a lot of connectiveness here too. The 2 of Wands is the idea about planning for the future and having an opportunity to move things forward. And the 3 of Pentacles is stabilizing the situation and really having an opportunity to kind of bring back the basics between the 2 of you and stabilize things. So the King of Pentacles also coming forward is the idea of stabilization. So this is the idea, all coming up together, all wrapping up together, that their thoughts and their kind of emotions are directed on stabilizing the 2 of you, bringing you guys closer together, having more harmony between the 2 of you, really stabilizing things, and being able to have an opportunity to plan together for the future here as well. I really do love the 2s coming forward, because the 2s are a factor of duality, of the yin-yang energy coming forward here, of being able to come together as in like a partnership completely. So really focus on trying to stabilize the connection, building a little bit more ground between the 2 of you to move things forward. And their emotions are 2 of Cups, really focusing on the beauty of the loving opportunities, of the desirable opportunities between the 2 of you here right now. So their thoughts are completely on the factor of moving things forward into the future between the 2 of you, where it feels sturdy, where it feels stable, where it feels together. And then we also have that factor of their emotions coming forward here, of being completely desired in unification and beautiful love and beautiful romantic energy to come forward here as well. So they're really planning on a factor of unity between the 2 of you, wanting a stronger base to come forward and wanting to feel more close and feel more connected. So I would say that's rather lovely. If anybody is interested in a personal reading, feel free to check out temperanceandsage.com. Temperanceandsage.com. We only currently have this one reading in our queue here, 7481. 7481 is the last reading that we have in our queue. So if anybody is interested in a personal reading, feel free to check out my website, temperanceandsage.com. temperanceandsage.com. Else we might have a little bit of a short night here. If nobody else is interested in a personal reading, we might have a short night. All right, so 7481, you would like to know, will he reach out to you anytime soon? Let us see. And tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll be back to our normal zodiac sign schedule. I just had to do something on Monday, so we'll be back on Wednesday. Oh my goodness gracious. And then I'm also going to be posting shorts every day again here as well. All right, so let us see. It's just been really busy. So you would like to know, will he reach out to you anytime soon? We have the Death card coming forward right away. We also have the 10 of Pentacles coming forward here with the Moon. We also have the 8 of Pentacles. Now, the Moon card is my only card that I use to signify a no to the question that is being asked. And it might be the factor of soon. Usually, anytime we ask soon, we usually get a no. I'll be quite honest. Probably about 75% of the time when we ask the word soon, is it happening soon, we get a no. We do have the factor of change with the ability to 10 of Pentacles to come together in harmony, and the 8 of Pentacles to be able to work things forward. So I would not necessarily say soon, but I wouldn't say that they're not going to reach out. I would say that things are going to change, opportunity to have evolution come forward between the 2 of you here and see things progress forward and see things happen and really see a momentum behind this. But I think that we're getting a no when it comes to the factor of soon. And I wouldn't even say that is that bad whatsoever, because when we do have the Scorpionic card come forward, I completely ignore December Scorpios and October Scorpios, depending on if you follow a sidereal or Vedic. I mean, that's the same thing. Tropical is the word I was looking for. Depending on which version you'd like to follow. Sometimes you get Scorpios in December and sometimes you get Scorpios in October. I completely cut those out and just say Scorpio is November, just to have a very solid time frame. So this could say it's not going to happen soon, but it would happen a change in November. Now, having the change in November could say it could be the, 20th of November, or it could be the, I don't know how many days are in November, 30th of November type of thing. It may not necessarily be as soon as we change November 1st that's when it's going to happen, but it's indicating that it'd be more so in November. I would say around the lower half of the month here with having all these pentacles come forward, and that may be why we're getting a no to soon. But I do definitely think that they're going to reach out, just not necessarily soon. No worries, no worries. Thank you as well for allowing me to do your reading here today. So that is the last reading that we have in our queue. So I believe we're going to call it a short night here if I don't see anybody else up on the website. Let me see. All right, so we do have some people up on the website. So this will be last call. If anybody does want a personal reading, this will be last call, last call. For sure, for sure. Hello, hello. Yes, I'll wait for you. I'm thinking of doing our what do you call shorts in the morning, like having the shorts go out every morning. So probably around the same time as we have the affirmations go out in the morning, we'll do the shorts. The affirmations do go out every single morning at our 8:30. Every single morning at 8:30, the affirmations do go out. I really like having the affirmations in the morning. If you're unfamiliar with them, every single day on the community section of the YouTube channel, I do post a little picture of affirmation. Have a little bit of a daily affirmation there. We're actually on number 4. I don't know why. I thought it was number 2, but it's number 4. For sure, for sure. All right, so 7484, 7484, you would like to know, how does T, I do apologize, I'm not quite sure how to say the name. How does T feel about you? Let us see, let us see. We have the World, we have the Tower, we have the Chariot, and we also have the Page of Wands. Passionate, excited, unstable at the same time coming forward here. But at the same time, there's like a refreshing. So there's a fun energy when it comes to you, feeling connected in some sort of way, shape, or form in the mind and in the heart here too, with this Chariot energy coming forward. At the same time, there's like a passion that's coming forward here when we have the Tower. But it also gives me a flash of instability. And I know the Tower is a factor of instability, but I never really kind of just pointed out for that. But when we have this kind of feelings energy come forward and then we have the Tower, it can feel like they're not really that stable about you. That they have sometimes this idea of passion, and then sometimes they have the idea of, romance. And then all of a sudden they have this idea that's coming forward of feeling carefree, and it just kind of goes in a cycle. All of a sudden one day of the month they're feeling like a loving energy. Next day they're feeling a passionate energy. And then all of a sudden they're like, nah, I'm going to pull away. And it just kind of gives like a cycle-ish feeling that's coming forward here. So at the same time, they feel passion, they feel like a love style of emotion, but they don't necessarily feel that stable in their feelings about you. So it can really shift depending on the time and day that you ask this question. I feel like based off of their emotional availability or their emotional kind of depth that's coming forward definitely shifts and change as time progresses. So they don't just feel one way about you, definitely feel an emotion, but the emotions are all over the place, kind of like wherever the spaghetti can hit the wall here is seeming what's coming forward. So passion, a love, and excitement, all of a sudden they pull that away and it feels like they need to rebuild in some sort of way, shape, or form, and then all of a sudden they feel connected to you again. So definitely all over the place. Definitely all over the place. I would say it's good though, even though we do have the tower coming forward, it's still good feelings. There's nothing negative that's coming forward whatsoever. The tower is just a factor of maybe their feelings feels like it can't really just stay at that particular level for too long. Like all of a sudden they're feeling a lot of passion and the passion can't survive for that long. And so it must shift into something else. And then all of a sudden, the love can't survive for that long. So it has to shift into something else. Like sugar highs, basically. Sugar highs when it comes to their feelings is what we got going on here when we have that tower involved. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's too bad, but they feel so strongly in multiple different factors that one emotion just doesn't necessarily sit for very long when it comes to you. But all good emotions, I would definitely say. So we have 7485. 7485 would like to know, is there a connection with the Leo guy and yourself? Let us see, let us see. We have the Three of Swords, we have the Empress, we have the Nine of Cups, and we also have the Page of Swords. Yes. I would say, though, with the Three of Swords, don't get your expectations too high because we have two very high expectation style of cards. With the Nine of Cups coming forward, which is my direct fulfillment style of energy, right? My wish fulfillment style of energy. And then we also have the Empress coming forward here as well. And the Empress is like divine femininity, right? It is the most beautiful, most attractive, most abundant, like most nurturing, caring, bring these new beginnings, let's move forward style of energy. And when we have that expansion and desirable energy come forward and it's met with the Three of Swords, it's asking for too much expansion to happen within the mind that the emotions either can't keep up with, or it is kind of like the mind, it's either reverse. So it's either your mind envisioning all these things that could happen with this particular person and your emotions can't catch up, or your emotions get too latched onto this person that your mind starts to bring in doubt. So I would watch that with the Three of Swords. Like, don't expect too much from this person too quickly. And the Page of Swords is asking you to get to know them more, asking you to dive in and explore this connection more. So I would definitely say that there is a connection between the Leo guy and yourself. Don't worry about like needing to move things a little bit too far into advance type of thing too quickly. Allow things to flow, allow things to go. And what else do I want to say? Yeah, don't allow your mind to get the better of you in any sort of way. Be really curious with this connection. I think that there's definitely a connection there and it can be fulfilling, but don't jump the gun type of thing. Don't put the carriage in front of the horse. Allow yourself to just move forward and have some time pass here, get to know each other more and everything before we start to envision too much of the manifestational, my dream energy coming forward. Allow a little bit of getting to know, allow a little bit of like where can things go, to possibly move along the pathway. But so before, I don't know why I can't speak here. It's kind of like that. Like, we don't want to start speaking before we get the words out. We don't want to start moving too quickly when it comes to this connection before we start to get our footing, because then we're going to expect way too many things to come forward and not necessarily have the ability to make it happen that quickly. But I would definitely say that there's a connection there. Yeah, you're still waiting for the Emperor. You're coming up as the Empress. Like, clock is, we got the timer. When is it happening here? Sitting as the Empress for too long. I don't think that can happen, sitting as the Empress for too long. It's just a joke. Alrighty. 7486. 7486. You would like to know, does he feel the same way? Let us see, let us see. So we have Justice, we also have the Two of Swords, we have Strength, and we have the Eight of Wands. To a degree, yes, Justice card is an opportunity of balance here as well. And having the Two of Swords is kind of like still needing to ponder a little bit. So to a degree, yes, he does feel the same way, but it's something that you wouldn't necessarily want to force this idea on him to feel the exact same way. And I hope that's coming across in the best way. So if you're feeling a 10 out of 10 for them, they might feel a 10 out of 10, but not necessarily in the way that you are feeling it. Like you might feel it completely in the love sector, and they might more so feel it in like a love and passion, but it's still a 10. I hope you understand what I mean by that. And so they do feel quite strongly for you here. Eight of Wands is of good intention, progressing things forward. We have another eight here, progressing things forward, but not wanting to force in an idea, letting them come up with their own ideas here. So Justice card, having the balance. This is like, yes, they do feel the same way, but in their own way. And I hope, again, that comes across in the best way possible. It doesn't have to mean like you have to both be able to fit into the exact same mold when it comes to what you're feeling. They definitely feel strongly for you and have a desire to progress things forward here if that's what you're looking for. But when we usually ask if somebody feels the same way or things like that, asking for the exact same thing to come up on both sides of the table can be really, really difficult. And it can be like putting your idea about what love is on this other person, and that can make things really difficult. Justice card is indicating that it's balance between the two of you, so they are feeling just as much as you are feeling. And then we have good intentions, good progression, good energy, but allowing them to kind of make up their mind in their own way. So I would say yes, I do think that he feels the same way as you, but in his own way. And I hope that makes sense. It's not saying anything bad, it's not saying anything negative, but I'm trying to think as a reference. You might love ice cream as much as I love ice cream, but you like Oreo and I like cookie dough. You know, there's that sort of energy that's coming forward here. Like, we both love ice cream, absolutely, but we love ice cream for different reasons. There's that kind of energy that's coming forward here. But nevertheless, I would say yes. I do think that he feels the same way. If anybody is interested in having a personal reading done here today, we are at the end of our queue. So feel free to check out temperanceandsage.com. Temperanceandsage.com, the live personal readings. We'll do last call, last call. Last call. Oop, I'm touching. Cat scared me there. But yeah, I will have some shorts. Is there any shorts readings that everybody would like? I know some people were liking the next 5 days ones, but is there any like questions that we would like or topics for the shorts that we would like? I like to do the shorts on certain things there too, throwing in wild cards for things that we can't necessarily have like a 30-minute long video on. I like to do shorts on those ways too. That way some people do get certain questions that they would like answered, but we didn't have to do a full reading on it when not a lot of people would value from that reading. So I do like to do shorts on some things. I mean, the most popular shorts are the ones that are, can be applied to everybody. So sometimes those little one-offs are not necessarily the best for giving a general message, but sometimes it's really nice for those that just wanted a little bit of a message, but can't find a specific style of reading in the longer videos. But we'll do last call, last call. If anybody's interested in a reading. And then yeah. Whoops. I think after one more, if anybody else does want a personal reading, we'll kind of give it the next 2 minutes here. Otherwise, I will change it to tomorrow's readings. Also, if we have one more reading go through here for today, then after that one reading, I will also change it to Jesus Christ, change it to tomorrow's readings. I don't know why I cannot speak at all today. Oh my goodness gracious. My goodness gracious, my brain is fried. Just completely fried. We'll give it about 1 more minute here if anybody does want a personal reading. I'm also going to send out a notification that, for sure, no worries. I'm also going to send out a notification that this is the next 24 hours here to be able to have up to 50% off the crystals. I didn't get to do that yesterday, so I do want to make sure that I am able to send out a 24-hour notice for that before I go ahead and put them back to regular price. So I'm going to send out the notification right now as I close the live, and then we'll have 24 hours here for the next, for the last 50% off of the crystals. Alrighty, so that'll be our live for today. We've gone ahead and already closed it for this day's reading. So on the website, you'll see it says October 19th for the readings, which means the readings that are purchased from here on out will be done tomorrow. So feel free to check that out, temperanceandsage.com, if you are interested in purchasing your slot there for tomorrow. And what else I want to say? YouTube videos, we're going to do a video tomorrow there as well for our zodiac signs. We'll be on live at 7:30. Because about 90% of my clientele is American, and everybody was getting confused because they thought it was more, right? Because currency conversion, for my hourly rate, it would have to be more in Canadian. So people think that's American prices when they came to the website. So it was something that I thought, let's just switch it to American prices so it appears what they would be paying normally. Because I have a very, very small clientele. I probably only have, like, for every 100 people that I do personal readings for, only about 10 of them are in Canada. I would say I probably have more people from maybe even like Australia and that than I do from Canada. Yeah. It is too, it is too late for today, I would say, my dear. Because I do have some, like, did you already put one too? Let me see. Because we already did our last call 2 minutes ago before I did my spiel. So the ones that are on for purchases are for tomorrow. Yeah, but that's why it's US prices, is because I'm majority, especially too coming from TikTok. I feel like the majority base on TikTok is American. So already my clientele that just watches the TikToks and everything like that is way more than 90% American. So it just made more sense to put it into, you know what is the interesting thing too? I got more questions about why is it in Canadian dollars when it was in Canadian dollars versus now it being in American dollars, about why it's not in Canadian, which I thought was super interesting. So I was like, okay, whatever, just switch it over. Just push the button and switch it over to American dollars. I can push it actually on the website where every single time you visit the website from wherever you are, it will change the currency where you are, but then I have to pay a fee on top of that. So it's paying a fee for the currency conversion, it's paying a fee for the credit cards, it's paying a fee for Shopify, and after that, you're just paying too much in fees that it just doesn't even make sense. Actually, I have more of a clientele in Winnipeg than I do from anything else. I had some people asking me to drop off the crystals, and I go, no, thank you. I like my internet-based. Yeah, it's just a little easier having it in US as well. I think a lot more places in the world, because they do use like US dollars as just a straight exchange. Like part of my family is from Barbados, so if you go to Barbados, you can, instead of using like the local currency, you can just go ahead and use US dollars. So things like that, where it's just already an exchange that everybody kind of knows the exchange rate for, makes a lot more sense than Canadian dollars, where people don't know the exchange rate for that. Just makes a little bit more sense. But that's what we got going on here for today. So thank you everybody. Anybody who purchased a personal reading that says October 19th will be done on October 19th, because this is the October 18th personal reading. So if you did purchase a personal reading, it will be done on the day in which you purchased the personal reading for. We'll be back on live tomorrow for our zodiac signs, so we'll check you out tomorrow. I'll be sending out the notification via email here as well for our last 24 hours for our up to 50% off, up to 50% off the crystals there too. So if you're interested in any crystals at a discounted rate, now that we only have, what, 70 days till Christmas? I feel the pressure already. I feel the gift-giving pressure already. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining me here today and allowing me to do your personal readings. I really do appreciate that. Hope you have a lovely evening, and I'll check you guys out tomorrow. See you guys.